A hate crime arrest in Oroville after investigators say a mother is threatened with her life. Still no winner after 41 Powerball drawings since May.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. takes the hot seat on Capitol Hill. I'm Natalie Brand with his testimony as lawmakers press him on the CDC shakeup and changes to vaccine policy.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Happening right now, the preliminary hearing is underway for accused wife killer Tyler McCain. The body of his wife, Nikki Salee McCain, has not been found. On Tuesday, the judge was replaced. Yesterday, the new judge denied a motion filed by the prosecution to disqualify McCain's defense attorney. He also denied the motion filed by the defense attorney to close the preliminary hearing to the public. Tonight, we will report on the evidence presented in the courtroom today. The judge will decide if it's enough to take that case to trial. Also new at noon, a fire engine rollover on the TCU September Lightning Complex. CAL FIRE says it happened today in the fire area near San Andreas. One patient went to the hospital for evaluation. The cause of that rollover is under investigation. Our fire watch coverage of the Cedar Fire continues in Trinity County. Evacuation orders remain in place for Post Mountain Zones 377 and 378. They are seen here in red. There are also warnings out for 5 other zones. The fire has burned 103 acres. It is 0% contained. It's burning near Post Mountain in the Shasta Trinity National Forest. Several fires are burning in Siskiyou County. The largest is the Dillon Fire. It's burned more than 9,300 acres. It's now 21% contained. Several zones are under evacuation orders and warnings. It's burning in the Six Rivers National Forest near Soames Bar. The Blue Fire has burned more than 2,000 acres. It is 0% contained. Again, there are evacuation orders and warnings in effect there. Burning near Happy Camp in the Klamath National Forest. We've got the complete updates on our website. This is a live look from the Doe Mill Road Alert California camera showing some variable cloudiness and good news from Court today. Court, I hear there's word of a cool down.
There is, Linda, and it's, in my book, fantastic news, especially with the heat persisting today. After today, we're dropping to below average, and we're going to stay even cooler than that heading into next week. Feeling like summer heading into this afternoon. By early next week, it's going to be feeling like fall across Northern California. Here's the view outside from the Deer Creek Highway camera up Highway 32 east of Chico, looking west over the valley. Some thin clouds brushing on overhead. Those clouds so thin they're not really packing any kind of a punch for moisture, so it is projected to stay dry for today for the lion's share of our region. Only a slight chance for a little pop-up activity this afternoon into the evening. 86 degrees right now for Chico with, well, it's thin clouds overhead, so they're registering as sunshine. South wind to 5 miles an hour, 89 degrees right now with sunshine in Redding, 89 degrees for Red Bluff currently, and 84 degrees in Oroville. Heading into this afternoon, high temperatures, mid-90s to low triple digits. Winds out of the southeast, gusts to 20 miles an hour, humidity down to as low as 20% all around. That leaves us with moderate fire danger for today. The biggest concern being the fuels that are still very dry and easy to ignite. Coming up in a few minutes, Linda, I'll be breaking down how toasty it's going to end up in your backyard this afternoon. And fall-like weather finally on the horizon, heading through your extended forecast.
That's good news. Thank you, Court. New at noon, a traffic stop led to a felony arrest for drugs in Oroville. Butte County Sheriff's officials say a deputy on patrol stopped a car driven by Thomas Talk near Miners Ranch Road and Blakesley Drive. The deputy noticed a black bag in the car's cup holder, and a search turned up more than 23 grams of methamphetamine. Talk was arrested on the spot. An Oroville man charged with a hate crime for allegedly threatening a young mother and her children at Palermo Park. Orrin Colborn charged yesterday with making criminal threats and 1 felony hate crime count. He was arrested last week after investigators say he confronted the mother threatening to kill her. Colborn jailed without bail for violating terms of his parole on previous convictions of auto theft and hit and run. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is testifying on Capitol Hill for the first time since the massive shakeup at the CDC. As Natalie Brand reports, it comes as a large number of both current and former public health officials call for his resignation.
Testifying before lawmakers Thursday, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. defended last week's shakeup at the nation's top health agency.
We are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at CDC.
The ranking Democrat on the Senate Finance Committee pressed him on the firing of CDC Director Susan Monteraz.
Did you, in fact, do what Director Monteraz said you did, which is tell her to just go along with vaccine recommendations, even if she didn't think such recommendations aligned with scientific evidence?
No, I did not.
Ahead of the hearing, a letter from 1,000 current and former HHS staffers called for Secretary Kennedy to step down, arguing his actions are compromising public health.
On behalf of parents and schools and teachers all over the United States of America who deserve so much better than your leadership. That's what this conversation is about, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, they deserve the truth, and that's what we're going to give them for the first time.
The Trump administration has defended Kennedy, even as public health experts sound the alarm over new guidelines restricting eligibility for COVID vaccines and his overhaul of a key vaccine advisory panel. Republican Senators Bill Cassidy and John Barrasso, who are also doctors, voiced their concerns during the hearing.
I would say effectively we're denying people vaccine.
There are real concerns that safe, proven vaccines like measles, like hepatitis B and others could be in jeopardy.
Another GOP doctor, Senator Roger Marshall, defended Kennedy.
What you and I are fighting for is we want to empower parents to make these decisions.
Kennedy testified today HHS is enacting a, quote, once-in-a-generation shift to tackle the root causes of chronic disease. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
In June, Kennedy removed all 17 members of the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices and replaced them with hand-picked officials. That panel set to meet later this month to consider updated vaccine recommendations. NBC News has learned Pentagon officials are considering a plan to lease unused land at Camp Pendleton. Defense Department considering leasing parts of the sprawling Marine Corps base in San Diego County for commercial use, with profits potentially helping fund the Golden Dome Missile Defense Project. The Marine Corps says the base includes the largest undeveloped portion of coastline in Southern California. Marines use some of the undeveloped land's variety of terrain for training. Mark your calendars for the next Butte County Veterans Stand Down happening in October. It provides veterans a one-stop place to go to learn about available resources. Everything from help with mental health issues, substance abuse, and insurance to giveaways of military surplus gear, including blankets and clothes.
This event means a lot to me. It's so enriching. It helps with the homeless veterans, getting them in contact with the things they need to help them get off the street, get into substance abuse counseling if they need it, and into housing. We will have some housing representatives out there.
As many as 400 veterans are expected to take advantage of the event, which still needs volunteers to help with setup. Veterans Stand Down is October 9th, 10th, and 11th at the Chico Elks Lodge. To register, head to our website and look under News and then News links. Firefighters are stretched thin with wildfires raging throughout California. We will show you some of the damage.